the other big story today. The latest update coming on the CBSE paper leak probe. Delhi Police Crime Branch has once again summoned the principal of Mother Khazani Convent School, whose teachers were arrested yesterday for leaking the exam papers. The principal is the custodian of the papers before it is handed over to the respective teachers. So the crime branch has now summoned officials of the CBSE as well, who were in the entire chain of events, who were involved and responsible for the safekeep of the question papers. However, the mastermind of the racket is yet to be identified. Milan Sharma joining me live. Milan, so 3 arrests were made yesterday of teachers of this particular school that we just mentioned, tutors, and also one individual called Tawqir, who was part of a coaching center. Beyond this, we know one CBSE official is now under detention. Give us the latest, please.
Well, certainly, as the crime branch investigation shows that 3 people have been arrested for a nexus of leaking papers of 12th class economics there, and another, CBSE official who was supposed to be there, monitoring the exam center has also been suspended after the arrest of these 3 people. In fact, right now also I'm standing outside one of the examination centers in Adarsh Nagar. The economics 12th paper leak had taken place from one of the centers in Bhavana, which is a far-flung area in Delhi. In fact, and at this point of time, the crime branch has only been able to crack the modus operandi of, the kind of place, the kind of paper that was printed. In fact, if you could see around here, there is, police protection also at this point, as, promised by the HRD ministry, that all the centers will see, security and police personnel around. And today also they're supposed to follow a different pattern so that no paper leak takes place. We know that we have one French and Sanskrit papers for the CBSE class 12 today. Back to you.
Right. So what is interesting, Milan, is that there are individuals and employees of coaching centers, of tuition classes, and teachers, subject teachers of respective schools, and there is sort of this nexus that the crime branch has now exposed. But the larger question is whether there is a bigger racket which is involved, whether there is somebody calling the shots, because the Delhi police has said on record that this is just one module. There could be several others functioning in this manner.
Yes, certainly. In fact, when we, when we were, told by the crime branch that these 3 people had formed a nexus, Tawqir, Rishabh and Rohit, one of them being a coach in classes tutor and the other 2 being teachers in the private school, Mother Khazani Convent School.
Yes.
The crime branch, has not ruled out the role of CBSE officials yet. They have not given them a clean sheet. And that's how, one of the CBSE officials was also suspended, and there'll be an inquiry instituted in that. Because as we stated earlier, this is just one of the modules that was used to leak the economics 12th class paper. But however, the crime branch and investigating authorities and the Delhi police have not been able to ascertain yet what led to the leak of the mathematics paper for class 10th, and also how these handwritten papers were in circulation 1 day prior and days prior the examination. That's also been written in the second FIR that was filed by the CBSE themselves there.
Right, so there is more to it than what meets the eye at the moment, Milan, because the SOP, the standard operating procedure, was breached. The protocol was breached somewhere, and CBSE has to take responsibility. Thanks for joining us with your inputs.